Disappearing without giving explanations has become common in modern relationships, but that doesn't mean you have to accept the situation as inevitable. When a woman ghosts you, the first instinct might be to try chasing answers or filling the silence with desperate messages. However, this reaction only takes away your power and puts you in a vulnerable position. What many men don't realize is that this moment can be an opportunity to show emotional strength and even change the dynamic between the two of you. Ghosting is not a direct attack on your value as a man. It's more a reflection of her immaturity or lack of emotional skills. And here's the crucial point. You have total control over how you react to it. Many men feel confused or even question their self-esteem when facing a situation like this. But imagine for a moment that ghosting isn't your problem. It's a test to see how you handle adversity and uncertainty. The way you choose to act in this moment can define not only the future of this interaction, but also the level of respect people will have for you in the long run. And what if I told you there are simple yet powerful strategies to turn this uncomfortable moment into an opportunity to strengthen your position? Yes, it's possible not only to handle ghosting effectively, but even to impress the person who decided to disappear. When someone ghosts you, the way you respond can say a lot about your emotional maturity and self-confidence. Here you'll learn how to stay in control, what practical actions to take to turn the situation around, and most importantly, how to use this experience as a catalyst for personal growth. Instead of seeing ghosting as a setback, you can turn it into an opportunity to evolve, strengthen your mindset, and attract healthier connections in the future. Ghosting is an action that reflects much more about the person doing it than the person receiving it. Most of the time, this person isn't prepared to face confrontations or difficult conversations. Think of it as someone avoiding dealing with a problem because they're afraid of handling the consequences. They choose to disappear instead of taking responsibility, and this often happens due to a lack of emotional maturity. For example, imagine a child who breaks a toy and instead of apologizing, runs off to their room. It's not that they're bad, they just don't know how to act maturely in the face of a mistake. Similarly, the person who ghosts you might be running away from something that feels too big for them. Another common reason is the discomfort of saying something that might hurt or cause conflict. Many people struggle to express negative feelings. They'd rather avoid confrontation, even if it means leaving you without answers. It's as if they're trying to spare their own feelings instead of yours. But here's the important point. This behavior isn't about you being good or bad, right or wrong. It's about her lacking the emotional tools needed to handle the situation maturely. This doesn't justify ghosting, but it helps you understand that it's not your fault. Additionally, the modern world has made it easier to distance oneself. With social media and instant messaging, people can disappear with just a few clicks without thinking about the consequences. In the past, it took courage to end things face-to-face. Today, all it takes is muting notifications or blocking contacts. This superficial behavior reflects the lack of depth in current human connections. When someone chooses to vanish, they're showing they prioritize convenience over respect. And if there's one thing you need to understand, it's that people who truly value you would never choose the easy path of disappearing. The key to dealing with ghosting lies in your mindset. Men who remain calm and composed in difficult situations convey a sense of security and stability, qualities that naturally attract respect. When someone disappears without giving explanations, the first step is to remind yourself that this doesn't define your worth as a man. You don't need to prove anything to anyone, especially to someone who chooses to run away instead of facing the situation. Instead of wasting energy trying to fix something that doesn't depend on you, focus on regaining your inner peace. Imagine ghosting as a passing storm. You can choose to stand still and let it pass without causing damage. The less reactivity you show, the more space you create to evaluate the situation clearly. This approach not only helps protect your self-esteem, but may also positively surprise the other person if they decide to return. And even if they never come back, you'll be strengthening your emotional resilience to handle future challenges. Additionally, remember that her silence isn't a reflection of your personal value. Often, people make decisions based on their own insecurities or circumstances, and this has little to do with who you really are. Think of it as someone running out of a crowded room because they felt embarrassed. They're fleeing their own discomfort, not you. By accepting this, you take the weight of the situation off your shoulders and place it where it truly belongs, in her hands. This doesn't mean you should ignore your feelings, but rather process them in a healthy way. Write about what you're feeling, talk to trusted friends, or use this time to reflect on what really matters to you in a relationship. These small steps can make a big difference in how you deal with ghosting. Finally, adopt a growth mindset. Every time you face an emotional challenge like this, you're learning more about yourself and the types of connections you want to build in the future. Use this experience to identify what you value in a relationship and which boundaries you're not willing to accept. The truth is, emotionally strong men aren't easily shaken by superficial behaviors. They know the world is full of opportunities for genuine connections, and losing someone who isn't worth it is just a step towards something better. When you stop chasing, you take control of the situation. This means that instead of sending repeated messages or begging for attention, you simply stop feeding the cycle. Strategic silence is a powerful weapon. It makes the other person question what's happening and often sparks curiosity. If she eventually comes back, respond casually, as if it's normal for you. For example, saying, "I noticed you disappeared. Is everything okay?" shows that you're calm and confident. This type of response conveys calculated indifference, something that might intrigue someone who was used to seeing you invest too much emotionally. Additionally, use this time to invest in yourself. Go to the gym, learn something new, or hang out with friends. When you improve your life, you automatically become more interesting. Imagine you're painting a wall. While you focus on filling the empty space, the wall gains color and vitality. Similarly, when you dedicate time to your personal growth, your energy shifts and naturally attracts new opportunities. Even if she never returns, you'll be in a better place than before. And if she notices you're moving on, it might even motivate her to try winning your attention back. But here's the key point. You shouldn't change to impress anyone. Do it because you deserve to be the best version of yourself. Another powerful trick is to use ghosting as a filter. People who truly value you don't disappear without explanations. If someone decides to vanish, it already says a lot about their level of commitment. Instead of feeling rejected, focus on setting higher standards for the connections you want to have in the future. Remember, healthy relationships are built on mutual respect and communication. If she's not willing to offer that, you're saving time and energy to find someone who is. This practical and strategic mindset not only helps you deal with ghosting, but also prepares the ground to attract people who truly deserve to be by your side. Every bad experience can be transformed into a valuable lesson. When someone ghosts you, see it as a character test for both you and them. Ask yourself, does this person really value me? Do they demonstrate the behaviors of someone I want by my side? Often, ghosting acts as a natural filter, eliminating people who aren't aligned with your principles. For example, imagine you're planting a garden. Not all seeds will sprout, but that doesn't mean the soil is bad. Some seeds simply weren't good enough to grow. Similarly, when someone disappears, it can be a clear sign that they didn't have the potential to flourish in your life. Instead of feeling rejected, focus on strengthening your self-esteem. Remember, emotionally strong men don't get stuck in the past. They learn, move forward, and keep building the life they desire. Every time you face a challenge like this, you're preparing to attract someone who truly deserves you. Use this moment to reflect on what you're looking for in a relationship and which boundaries you're not willing to cross. You might realize you need more clarity about your own values, or that you need to communicate your expectations better from the start. These reflections can help you avoid similar situations in the future. More importantly, see ghosting as an opportunity to grow as a man. It teaches you resilience, patience, and the importance of staying focused on yourself. It's not about hardening your heart or closing the door to love, but about ensuring you're ready to receive genuine connections. This process isn't easy, but it's essential to becoming the best version of yourself. In the end, ghosting isn't an obstacle. It's an invitation to evolve and build deeper, more meaningful relationships. Staying calm, avoiding pursuit, and focusing on your own growth are the best ways to handle ghosting. When you adopt this approach, you not only regain emotional control, but also increase your chances of impressing whoever might return. But more importantly, you'll be building a solid foundation of self-confidence that will be useful in every area of your life. Remember, every obstacle is an opportunity to grow. Ghosting might seem frustrating in the moment, but it serves as a natural filter to eliminate superficial connections and make room for healthier, more meaningful relationships. People who truly value you don't disappear without explanations. They face challenges alongside you. If you apply the strategies we discussed today, you'll not only be prepared to handle ghosting, but also ready to attract people who align with your values and expectations. And here's the final point. Emotionally strong men aren't defined by the actions of others, but by how they choose to react. Every time you face a challenge like this, you're becoming more resilient, more aware, and better prepared for the future. It's not about winning or losing someone, but about growing as a man and creating a life that reflects who you truly are. Did you like these ideas? If so, leave a comment below sharing which one you're going to apply first. Your experience could help others going through similar situations. Also, subscribe to the channel for more content on masculinity, personal development, and relationships. Together, we can build a community of men who are constantly striving to be the best versions of themselves. See you in the next video.